Hello and welcome to College of Lore. My name is Kate.
I'm Jill.
And we're going to play some D&D with no DM today. Root is here. Hi, Root.
Hello.
But Cicely moves away from where I am. Oh, that's good.
We're playing our Mythic GM Emulator with Dungeons & Dragons today.
Yes. So
this is technically our second session.
That's right. We created characters that loosely represent ourselves. I have a druid. Were we supposed to level up?
Did we level?
I don't know. How much experience did we get?
I think we're allowed to say whatever we want. We can ask the Mythic GM Emulator if we were supposed to level up. Let the GM decide.
But wait. No, we should figure out how much XP we got.
Okay, so here's what we did.
Yeah, let's read this. Are you going to read the summary that you wrote?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, here's what happened last time. Last time on College of Lore.
Kate and Jill were sent by Kate's wife, Sadia, to discover whether the abandoned tower that was once owned by the robber baron was fit to be repurposed as an orphanage.
Yes.
Before ever getting to the tower, however, the duo fell through the ground into an underground lair. A deep gnome, who didn't speak any common languages with the duo, was there. Kate and Jill managed to get out of the hole they made in his bedroom ceiling and escape without a fight. On their way back to town...
Even though we couldn't talk to him.
Yeah, we couldn't talk to him, so we were doing a little bit of, interpretive, we're friends, it's okay, don't kill us.
I think I pet his head.
Oh, you did? That was so awkward.
I'm like, why? Go back to sleep.
Okay. On their way back to town, however, they decided they needed a rest. Mm-hmm. They took a lot of fall damage when they fell through this deep gnome's ceiling into his bedroom. They found a small cabin in the woods that they didn't notice on their way in. Inside was that same deep gnome, which in that moment, I think, I was really freaked out.
I was too.
We're making this up and we're just kind of going with the roles and everything, but it legitimately freaked me out. I was like, why is he here?
Okay, when this happened is when I was sold on using this Mythic GM thing, right? That was the moment when I was like, oh, it can still be like this.
Yeah.
We can still have these
anything.
moments. Yeah, we were
anything
what?
Happen.
And he knew that we were coming. He was expecting us.
He knew, yeah. He was seemingly expecting us. So he gave us a map and a letter describing the location of Jill's long-lost lover, Driali.
Yeah.
And we don't really know what Driali's been up to, because when we were rolling our characters, we discovered that Kate has a wife and that I have a long-lost lover, and he is missing. And
so we're gonna have to go back to my wife, and we're gonna be like, so you know how we said we were gonna check out this thing for you? Well, we didn't even get there, and now we're not doing that at all anymore. Bye! I'm going on an adventure. She's gonna be so pleased.
How do you feel? Is she supportive? We were both very supportive of her endeavors to try and repurpose this tower for the orphanage. How do you feel she would feel about you?
I think she knows me, and I'm a druid. Sometimes I'm a dog for a really long time. Sometimes I'm just gone. And she loves me anyway,
Oh, good. Okay. So she's like, okay.
Gaming Golfer says, you went for milk and are coming home without the milk. Not cool. I know, but the thing is that I trust that Sadia, which is, I believe that's my wife's name. Right? Notes? Extras? Notes? Sadia. I believe that she knows how to get milk, and she can do it herself.
We just cut out a little bit there.
Yeah, I know. My internet connection is not the best today. I have no idea why. Sorry if we skip a little bit. Is it still happening?
No, it looks like it's back up. Okay, so the way that GM Mythic Emulator works is now we write what we expect our first scene to be.
Right.
We have a little document on the side, and how you start playing is you write a little tiny blurb. It doesn't have to be super detailed, just a little bit about what we expect our first scene to be, and then we roll to see if that is altered or interrupted.
Yeah. What's the plan?
So I think our plan, we've gotten home. I feel like it doesn't need a scene, but I feel like we would have come home fully rested, explained to Sadia what is kind of going on, and prepared ourselves for our adventure. What do you think?
Yep, agreed. And so we are striking out following this map to find your lost lover.
Right. Okay, so let's see, how can we figure out where the map is going to lead us? Do we need to, let me think. Do we need to get the only world map I have handy is the Mythic Odysseys of Theros.
Same. Literally, that's the book that I have here.
So do we want to use that map as
Jill, we have the internet.
We do have the internet. We can just do a Google. What should we look up that will help us figure out where we want to go? Like, do we want to be in a D&D universe, or do we want to look up, like, should we Google, like, Sword Coast? And then what I did previously when I was playing was I rolled 2d10s, and then I just counted across, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then down 1, 2, 3, and then I
That's
did
the X. That's the
Yeah.
X that's marked on our map.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I like that. We just need to figure out where we are, what world we're in.
Okay. So if we don't want to do Theros, would you like to do Sword Coast? Because that's a very familiar...
Sure. And I do like the idea of doing Theros, but we did not create our characters as Theros characters. So I don't think that it makes sense for us to be in Theros.
Yep, that's fine by me. So should we do Sword Coast?
Sure. Yep.
Okay. So I'll Google Sword Coast real quick with my loud keyboard. Sorry, everyone. You're going to hear something awful.
Oh.
How awful was it? Was it the worst thing you've ever heard?
No, it wasn't. I don't mind it. I'm not that picky, though, I guess.
Okay, so I've got a map up. And would you like to roll?
Sure.
2 d10s, and then tell me the first d10, and then tell me the second d10. And all I'm going to do is just kind of walk across. Like, I'm going to mentally cut it in 10, and just go like 1, 2, 3.
All right. D10 number 1 is 1. Are we going to be
Whoa.
Is this going to be in the water?
Yeah, it's going to be in the water.
Okay. 9.
9.
1 and 9.
1, 2, 3. So it's down near the bottom. Okay, so the closest... Okay, so there's either an invisible island of some kind, like some kind... So basically we're heading out to sea to the point where there's no documented islands there. But that's where the X is leading us.
Okay.
Okay, so we need to procure
We need to get a boat. What's the nearest?
We need to
what's
find
the nearest?
passage.
Oh, where are we, Jill? Should we roll for that?
I don't think we've ever... Yeah, like, let's roll for that.
We are also in the middle of the water.
We need to add 1 maybe to whatever we roll so that we don't end up just in a strip of water.
If we're in the water, we'll take like the shortest distance to land, and that will be where we are.
Okay, perfect.
2.
Okay.
10.
Oh, so we're like really close. Okay, so there's some unnamed islands fairly close to there. It's like a small little cluster. It doesn't have a name. And I'm not even sure what kind of settlements would be on there. Do we want to go to the nearest settlement from there?
Yeah, we can just say that there's a little village set up there.
Okay, and then maybe there... Oh, and maybe since we had already gone to that, like, there was like a Baron Tower and stuff, maybe it used to be kind of like a pirate set of islands, and then it's slowly kind of, like, I'm thinking kind of a little bit of Australia here, how people were kind of sent there, but then they made, I mean, there's a lot more to it. I'm not here to talk history really, but maybe that was a similar kind of thing where this used to be kind of like maybe people were sent here or were kind of living here temporarily, but then they decided to make a settlement there, and it became
maybe like a ship got shipwrecked and like they had to just make do. I don't know. Yeah. This is where we are. We don't need to explain the whole history of our little settlement.
I like it. This is what I find fun. This is part of why I like this game. Like you get to do your world building.
Sure.
While you're playing.
Sure.
So that's kind of my headcanon, is that the robber baron had their thing going on, a ship with, just a bunch of people got wrecked there, and they were like, hey, this is actually a pretty good spot for living.
Fertile
land.
They
built up around fertile land, lots of different little, like smaller islands, so the fishing's really nice because you can just go island to island. And okay, I like that. Have we ever been to any big cities, I wonder? It's a huge
well, we can say that
journey.
It's... Oh yeah.
Maybe we were on that ship. Maybe we were on a different ship. Maybe ships keep crashing here.
It's like the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, it's around the Bermuda Triangle. So we just, like, lots of people end up here. And maybe we heard about it and it was, like, a really nice place to live. And we were like, yeah, that sounds good.
So we've been on an adventure before, though. Because that's part of our background. So we have been off of these islands. And I'd say... Yeah, we know some of the mainland of the Sword Coast.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, does that mean that we have a boat?
That's what I was just about to say. I think we should ask the GM Emulator if we have a boat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if we don't, that just means we have to borrow whoever's boat we had last time. But do we have a boat?
Yeah.
So, I think it's likely. I mean, if we're living... Yeah. And it might be very likely. Because if we're living on a bunch of islands...
Yes, and we've had adventures in the past, you and I. And so...
I spent a month living in a fish.
And this explains that, Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I'd say, like, maybe my little boat is destroyed, but does Kate have a boat?
Well, we got a boat, like, I went and saved you from the fish.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
and that's...
Okay.
And now that's our boat.
So I think it's either very likely or a near sure thing that we have a boat.
Very likely, I would say. Because these waters are treacherous, so even if we did have a boat, maybe it was destroyed.
True. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna roll. And it's a chaos rank 6.
Okay.
So I got an 87. That means we do have a boat.
Yes.
We're ready to roll. So, if we have a boat, I don't think we're fisher people. I think we're explorers. So, I think it would be a boat that is good enough to get us pretty much anywhere. I also think that means we have some sort of crew that we depend on. Yep. Since we are, like, I think we're fairly well off. Like, we did get some treasure from our previous adventure. So, I'd say, like, they work for us.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a logical conclusion there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's because it's our boat, so we employ them to run it for us.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair to say. And, like, I mean, it's pretty good for them because, like, we probably also do some, like, trade missions, like, kind of transporting some goods for the town and just kind of helping everybody out.
For sure.
Okay, so we're getting on our boat. That's exciting.
Okay, so... Our first scene, then, is it take the boat to that spot in the water?
Yeah, that's on the map. Like, it would be sailing. Yeah, we're sailing toward... We got our crew together. That's pretty easy. I don't think that needs a full scene.
No.
We scheduled the trip for maybe the next day, so we spent a day prepping, getting all of our gear ready, briefing the crew and all that stuff. And then we're going to head out probably the next day.
Mm-hmm.
So, do we want to start our scene on the water?
Sure. Yep. So we're sailing, and we're sailing towards this particular location.
Yeah. So we've got like our map out and our compass, and like, you know, we're discussing with our navigator, like, we don't even know what's there, but we're heading in that direction.
I'm going to say sailing towards the X on our map. That's our scene. Make sense?
Okay. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Okay.
This is exciting. I can't believe we're on a boat now.
We're going to find your lover, Jill.
Here we come. Okay. So, we need to find out if this scene is interrupted or altered.
Mm-hmm.
Either one of those will mean that our sailing is not so smooth.
Or we don't get to where we were going right away.
Right.
Or, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, do you want to roll a d10?
Sure.
A 6 and below will mean something has changed. And because we are in chaos rank 6. So what did you get?
I got a 1.
A 1. So it's an odd number. So that means that the scene is altered, which means that it's not a completely different scene. We are still sailing. However, it is the next logical conclusion. So we're sailing towards it, but maybe we're off course.
Or there's weather that puts us off course.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe like, yeah, a storm starts like crackling in the distance and we're looking at it, and we definitely have to either try and get around it, but then it's coming on so fast that it's like blowing us off where we're trying to go.
Yeah.
Is there anything that we have, because we are playing Dungeons and Dragons, are there any spells that we have that can
change the weather
in this moment, or is there anything like that?
You roboted again a little bit.
I have Thunderwave. I could like.
Well, Thunderwave would be
what blast part of our ship.
Yeah, I have Ice Knife.
Just slash our sails.
And Cure Wounds, so if the ship takes damage, I'll be able to heal her.
You're okay.
It's okay. No, I don't really have any.
I don't have anything.
We're level 1. Were we supposed to talk about whether we were going to level up or not?
Okay, so we went through our recap and we didn't decide how much. We went right into it. I think we probably would have, to be honest. But we didn't do any combat or anything, but like we had some successful negotiations. We had encounters. We had multiple encounters that were successful where we didn't die.
Mm-hmm.
And we solved some like skill tests.
Mm-hmm. So is that what do you need to get to level 2? Is it 300?
Yeah. It's like almost nothing.
I mean,
I think we are level 2.
Probably.
Okay, let's ask our GM, and I'm gonna say it's like a sure thing that we leveled.
Okay.
So I need to roll a 95 or lower, and it's a yes. Oh yeah, it's an 89. Really close, but we definitely level.
How do we level up a D&D? So, Nari, let me clarify for people watching. I know how to level a D&D character. I'm just using D&D Beyond for the first time.
So you go into
Edit?
your settings, little gear, and manage levels, I think.
Oh.
I usually do it through edit character, but there's a manage levels here, and I'm going to try it. Level 2.
So I need to, like, view my character?
Oh, yes. You go into your character, and you hit the little gear, and then there should be one underneath edit character that says manage levels.
The little gear.
Next to your name.
I see. Manage levels.
And then you can drop down to level 2.
Oh,
and it should automatically do your HP. And I think the only thing we'll need to worry about is our spells.
I get to choose a druid circle.
Ooh, you have a lot to worry about, actually.
Is Circle of the Moon is the wild shape one, right?
Yeah.
That's the one I want.
That's the one that I want.
Oh my god. I have a wild shape. Circle.
Do you have a weather spell? Because
if I had chosen something different, maybe I would, but I don't. Oh, I can change into a beast with a challenge rating as high as 1. Specifically, you know what's really funny about
Yeah.
Wild Shape is that in 5th edition D&D, it takes a long time for me to be able to transform into anything that can swim or fly, which would be pretty useful on a ship. But
it would be very useful.
It's not gonna happen. All right.
I'm trying to think of what spell that like Jill would learn, like the me. I've got hideous laughter because I feel like that's very me, like wanting to make people laugh all the time.
Sure.
Maybe Featherfall would be a good one.
So, do I have to like save this or is it just saved?
Yeah, it should just save. Like you go to the last thing, like up at the top, it's got like the list of things that you went through.
Yes.
And the last one is like you can hit view character, and it should just bring you back with it saved.
Nice. Wild Shape, love it.
I learned Earth Tremor. Okay.
Cool. I have 16 hit points.
And I think you should get... Do you get another spell slot as well?
Maybe.
I think. Another first level spell slot, maybe?
I have 3 spell slots.
And you should be able to prepare one more.
Okay.
Because you went up a level.
Oh, so that can be whatever I want.
Yeah.
Manage spells.
Please be a cloud shifting thing. Please be a...
All right.
Because you would have prepared your spells knowing we were going out on the water.
For sure.
So, like, you would have completely tailored your spell list for that today.
Absorb elements.
Ooh.
Captures some of the incoming energy, lessening its effect on you. I don't think that's what we want. Create or destroy water. Earth Tremor, that's what you took.
Yeah.
Good berry.
Delicious berry.
I have Thunder Wave. Or I can take Thunder Wave. Snare, Purify Food and Drink, Jump, Ice Knife, Healing Word. Do you have healing spells?
I have Healing Word.
Yes,
yeah.
So we probably don't...
it's a good spell, but we don't need both of us to be healing if one of us is healing. But
Gaming Golfer says you guys need a screen share so we can see what you see. We thought about that, but it's just like a lot of different things. Like it's my character sheet and Jill's character sheet, and sometimes our stupid little document that isn't very cool looking. We want to do theater of the mind for this.
I can show you the fate chart. I don't know if you've seen this yet, but I also wrote myself little notes because I find it really counterintuitive that the lower number is the yes and the higher number is the no. Is that right? Yeah. So it's like I had to write like a little diagram of how to read the chart itself. I don't know if you can see that, but...
I think I'm just going to do absorb elements. Is there anything else that sounded good? Fog cloud?
That could be good to like disguise part of the ship from getting hit.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Is that better than being able to have resistance to a type of damage? Elemental
Hard to say.
Damage.
We like what's wild about this game is like we have no idea what's gonna...
Longstrider is good. It makes me go fast.
Mm-hmm.
But that would mean like
but you could also turn into an animal to go fast.
Yeah, but then I can
put me on your back.
True. I'll turn into a horse and we'll swim to shore. I'm gonna go with absorb elements. Yeah. I'm going with that. Absorb elements. Okay.
That's good.
It's not... I don't know if it'll be super helpful.
Okay. We're level 2.
We're level 2. We did it.
A storm is now... Yeah, it is D&D 5e.
Yes.
So a storm is now sort of coming at us and we're trying to navigate away from it. I think this might call for like a skill check to see if we can safely get around the storm or if we're going to be caught in it. I think that would be like a skill check of some kind.
What is the skill check for like operating a boat.
Yeah. I guess
Hi, Lokiwi's here. Hi, Lokiwi.
I think it would be something like
let me see if there's just a Google answer for this.
It would be like, you know how you can get proficiency in land vehicles? I guess it would be like proficiency in sea vehicles.
Yeah.
But I don't know what would it be intellect that you would add to something like that?
Guys, let us know how you think we should sail this boat.
Because we have not looked up rules to sailing boats because we didn't know we were going to sail a boat today. We had no idea.
Sailing ship. I
don't even think I have Ghost March up here. Oh, I do?
Oh, isn't there nautical stuff in Theros?
Oh, yeah, there is.
I don't know if
I did print off some water stuff for some unknown reasons. Chance to read it yet, though.
What the heck is this? Guys, how do we sail a ship? Somebody tell us how we should sail a ship. It doesn't even have to be right.
Okay. I'm going to make a decision then.
Okay.
We're going to use our intellect, and I'm going to give us, because I think our backstory explains itself, that we do have proficiency in sea vehicles.
Can I use wisdom survival?
I think that makes sense to me. Let's use whatever we can to survive this boat thing, and we'll take the average of our rolls.
Like, if I was trying to navigate in the wilderness, that's 100% what I would be using, yep. And I have a really good modifier to it, so I want to use it.
Okay. So I'll be the one trying to, like, you're going to show me where to go, and I'm going to try to use my brains to
So are we both roll... Oh, you're going to assist me? Okay.
So you roll twice, and we'll take the higher.
Okay.
I'm helping.
12 is the first roll. 11 is the second roll.
We didn't decide on a difficulty.
That was a mistake. That was a mistake. So 10 is one of an out. I guess... How... I don't know. I think... Okay, first of all, we're trying to avoid the storm.
Yeah, we're not trying to brave it. We're just trying to go around it.
So I would argue that 10 is enough to avoid the storm. If we were trying to brave the storm and maintain control of the ship through the storm, then that would be a higher DC, like 15.
Yeah.
But just like...
I think that makes sense.
As somebody who knows how to sail, you should be able to... And we've seen this storm in the distance.
Yeah.
So...
Because we established that we saw it and we're trying to get around it, not trying to get through it.
But going forward, we should choose the DC before we roll.
We always need to choose our DC before we roll.
Because it's very easy to be like, well, 7 is probably fine for this, you know?
Yeah, for this.
For this, it's like, why did we even roll? Yeah.
I know. I think one thing, and I fall into this trap for sure, it's kind of like letting people roll and figuring out the DC as they're rolling. But if you're rolling, you can't be figuring out a DC
as you're seeing the number.
Like it doesn't make any sense. So yeah, we will in future try our best to figure that out ahead of time. Yeah. Okay, so
Something that I wish is that there was a way to figure out DCs in the emulator. Like, I get why that's tricky, but to me, this is one of the things that I need a DM for, right?
Well, one of the things is that this is a universal game rule. Like, it's not for D&D, it's for anything, so they can't really implement that. Like, if there was this but like tailored for D&D, they might be able to.
I think that a table helping you decide how difficult something is doesn't
exists for D&D, and we could just use it.
Well, we should,
yeah. So let's see.
Gaming Golfer says, I redeemed 200 imaginary college credit Chan points to make the DC 14. No.
Oh.
Not accepted. Whose side are you on, Gaming Golfer?
How many imaginary? That's a lot of imaginary college credit.
It's not very much because they're imaginary, so...
This whole game is imaginary.
No, I know, but like
that's where the power is.
He could have said 2 million.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. 200's too low.
Not enough.
Now I don't believe that you have more than 200. So
yeah, you spent them all on this.
Yeah, they've all been just spent. So let's see. Here we go. Okay, so typical difficulty classes. Very easy is 5, easy is 10, medium is 15, hard is 20, very hard is 25, and nearly impossible is 30.
So do you think maybe the DC should be 15, or do you think 10 is appropriate?
Honestly, the first number that came into my head was 15 as medium.
Okay, so
I didn't say it out loud.
So what happens as a result of failing this check then? We are in the storm?
We go in the storm. We are in the storm.
We do not...
What happens in the storm is
question.
we don't know yet.
Yes.
What happens in the storm.
I'm going to take some little notes.
So we're sailing and we're trying to get around it. And with a 12, I'd say we get almost out of it. But I'd say the end is catching us. You know, we're getting the rain.
There may be some effects.
Blowing us farther off course.
Yeah, okay. So we're just off course?
So we need to figure out. So yeah, we're being blown off course to the point where I think we might be getting a little bit turned around or a little bit confused even during a storm. Like we're getting a little, thrown off. I wonder if I have something for this situation. So right now I'm looking, I have a ton of random tables and stuff that I keep nearby. See, I wasn't expecting water, so I don't really have water tables nearby. Oh, I might have...
Gaming Golfer says you arrive at your destination slightly off your landing point and you arrive fatigued. Smiley face.
We don't even know if there is a landing point
right
yet, because
it's just a spot and that's something that we need to find out is when we do get to this location, what is there? Is it a secret island, or is it an underwater
so okay, how do we formulate that as a question?
Well, first we need to know what happens now that we're off course, right?
Okay, so I have a open water encounters level 1 to 4 list in front of me from Ghosts of Saltmarsh.
Okay, so you think we have... Oh?
I think the storm causes an encounter.
Okay.
Do you want to roll a D100 and see what the encounter is?
I do. One moment. D100. 98.
Okay. It's a ship.
Another ship?
Another ship generated at random. So I'm going to click that and see what that says. Roll another D100.
Okay. This is terrifying. 22.
It is a keelboat, and I've got the stats here. So a keelboat is a gargantuan vessel, or vehicle, sorry. It is 60 foot by 20 foot. It can take, so it has actions. So if it is this what we would be on too, I wonder?
Potentially.
How many people is this? Oh, maybe this is a bit big. I do wish I could show you what it looks like. Oh, maybe I'll do this.
Oh no, that's not gonna work.
Awful? Is this gonna be awful?
It's gonna be too small, maybe. Okay, let's see. It just looks like a white screen. Oh, I see it. But I can't see. I can just kind of see that there's a stat block, and I can see.
So this is the keel boat, and it has a bow, not a bow and arrow. What is that called? Like a
bow?
I almost the weaponry at the top.
Oh,
it's got a weapon.
Oh.
And then it's got
a bunch of arrow.
I couldn't remember the name of it.
Ballista! It is a ballista, isn't it?
A ballista, yes, thank you. I couldn't remember. Oh, it's written right there, actually, if I had read the stat block. But yeah, so we need to figure out who is on
laughing the boat. About bow and arrow.
One of
those bow and arrows.
The giant bow and arrow, you know. Did I mention that the second thing I thought to call it was a shot put, which is also completely not at all what it is. I was closer with the bow and arrow.
Just fell. Okay.
So we need to figure out who's on this boat and if they're friendly or if they're pirates,
right?
Or if they're lost in the storm.
So yes, agreed.
Okay, how do we?
First, I want to know if these people are friendly or not. But that's a yes or no question that we could ask, right?
Okay.
So go over the yes versus no thing and like how you want to weight the yes versus no and good versus bad outcome. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay. Yep. So the fate chart, the higher on the chaos scale, we're on 6 out of 10. The higher on the chaos scale we go, the more likely a yes answer appears. Then within that scale, we can say how likely or unlikely we think the answer is yes. So if we want them to be, like, if we are kind of like, are they evil? The chances are it could be yes, but we could say, I think it's very unlikely that they're evil. However, since the chaos rank is high, it still is a good chance they're evil. Or if we say, are they good? We could give it a 50-50, but it's still a higher likelihood that it'll be a yes.
So Gaming Golfer says you should figure out the size of your boat and then make another skill check to see if you can avoid the new ship in the storm. So we wouldn't necessarily run away from the ship if we thought that they were friendly, right?
Right.
So I think
do agree with finding out how big our ship is.
Sure. Yeah, do you have
the options are rowboat, keelboat, long ship. That's bigger than the keelboat. Sailing ship is bigger than that. Galley, huge.
I think we probably also have a keelboat. It's not a rowboat for sure, but it's
like the next.
Yeah, I think then
step.
that makes sense. Especially since if the keelboat's not like one of these gigantic
What if the boat looks a lot like our boat?
And it's like your long lost lover in the frickin' boat.
Oh, that's not what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, what if it's us, but it's like...
Oh my god.
You know what I mean? Like, what if... Okay.
It's like Spock in that Star Trek movie.
Oh, yeah.
Never said running away, just basic collision in stormy weather. Think 2 cars on a slippery road just on water. Okay, interesting. We should do that. But first, do you want to, like, we're sort of doing, like, our perception check on this boat right now, is what I'm thinking. And I just want to know, like, is there a giant, like, skull and crossbones flag on this boat? Is it, like, dressed up like a reaver ship from Serenity? You know what I mean? Like, what does it look like very regal and like proper? Like, what is the impression that we're getting of this boat?
Things first. Difficulty of our perception check, I think, might be hard because we're in a storm and it's not super close yet.
Okay.
Then we roll our perception check.
So is that 20?
Yeah.
We're never gonna get this. Okay.
And then we roll our perception check.
What's your perception like? Are you the one who's going to be perceiving?
Yours is better.
Yours is better. 3?
Yeah, mine's +1.
Okay, so shall I perceive? Do we have one of those?
No, mine's +3 as well, actually.
Do we have one of those,
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Of course we would.
Magnifying glasses?
You know, the stack of magnifying glasses.
You know.
The telescope, yeah.
Root, what is it called? Oh, you're robot-y.
Telescope?
Is it a telescope? And you said I was being unfair at 14. No, we went back and said that was actually correct. Okay, so I'll do a perception check. And if I have one of those telescope-y things, binoculars, but only one monocular,
I'd say your proficiency.
Oh, maybe I was going to say I get advantage.
I'm giving you advantage with my helping you look.
Oh, okay. So the first roll is 16. That's not enough for hard, though. Right?
I am bardic inspirationing you.
Okay, so... And what do I get for bardic inspiration?
A d6.
So 16 is the highest, and then I roll a d6. That brings us to 18.
Okay. So this storm...
We can't really see the boat is what's happening. Right?
Village... I have the lucky feat, and I was checking to see if I could give it to you, but I can't.
Lucky's to, like, re-roll. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have guidance? Do you have the guidance cantrip?
Yeah. Should I add a d4?
You would have guided yourself. I'm, like, bardic inspirationing you.
We need to see this.
Is it a 1?
It's a 4, so we got 22.
Okay, so we can see we've used all of our resources to look at this freaking ship that is coming towards us.
We looked at it super directly right at the ship.
Yeah, and like I'm like helping by like wiping the rain off of your thing every so often.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we see?
I want to know, are they...
Okay.
Does the ship look...
I think our question should be something like, do we recognize the symbol on the ship? I think that should be our first question, and then we can interpret it from there. Because if we don't recognize it, that could mean something different than if we do recognize. Do you know what I mean? Yes,
I guess so, yes. Let's do that one. We can do multiple questions, right?
Right. Yeah, for sure. I think it's like a 50-50 if we would see it or not, because I really don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, I mean... Well, we see it, but you're asking about how likely it is that we recognize it?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Let's say 50-50. Because, like,
50-50.
On the one hand, we are used to this area, we're used to these waters, but we're not really... I don't think we've ever been out here before, because there's nothing out here. And who knows what kinds of ships are out here, especially if they're not, like, friendly.
Yeah. Do you want to roll the D100?
Sure. 80.
80. That's a no. We do not.
Okay. So...
recognize.
Yeah, now I just want to know, like, does the ship look, like, ominous or not?
Okay, so is your question, does the ship look ominous?
Yeah.
I think it's likely that it looks ominous at this point. Like, it's something we don't know.
Yeah.
It's out in a storm, in waters we're not... Like, why is anyone else out here?
Yeah. Yeah. And how come we just, like, randomly ran into this boat? Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So
I'm saying it's likely.
Okay.
Do you want to roll another D100?
Yep. 40.
40. Yes, it is ominous, for
Okay.
sure. Like, we are definitely like...
Let's get the F out of here.
Okay, so we're going to try and get away from it.
Yeah.
So are we going to roll the survival check with advantage again?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll guide myself as well.
So 60... Or sorry, our speed is 3 miles per hour.
Okay.
We're in a storm.
Okay.
Oh. So speed 25 feet, 15 feet while sailing into the wind, or 35 feet while sailing with the wind. So since it's a storm, I think we'd either be going... It might just be 25.
I think we need to make a decision whether we're going to try and use the wind of the storm to our advantage to get away from this ship, in which case we're going to be going, like, further into the storm, maybe, or if we want to try and go the other way. So this is the decision that we need to make. Now, my role... Well, I'm gonna get you to make that decision before I tell you what my role is.
Okay. So first, I think we need to figure this out. I think the storm was coming from the west because we were heading west, and the storm came up. That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I think the ship was probably also coming from like maybe a northwestern sort of direction.
It like emerges from the storm, kind of.
That's
which is why we couldn't see it. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Maybe they have created the storm around their ship.
So yeah, maybe
to obscure.
I think that makes sense.
To obscure themselves.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay.
So we're trying to decide if we want to try and sail back east away using the wind to blow us farther, or try and kind of go,
I think that
maybe more south and get around them into the wind.
In my mind, going with the wind meant taking us into the storm, because that makes us go faster. So it's like the way we want to go, right? With the wind, because we want to go fast to get away from the ship.
But if the storm's coming from the west, wouldn't it be blowing westward, like towards us?
Well, doesn't it go like in like a circle, pull you?
Oh, in like a tornado or like a hurricane kind of a deal.
Well, aren't most weather systems sort of?
So okay, so we'll say okay. So it's like a spiral. So we're trying to use.
I'm just arguing. Now, I'm just arguing for the sake of like, not automatically using that faster speed value. That using the faster speed value means more danger than going the other way. Do you know what I mean?
And what you said earlier about the ship creating the storm would mean that they're in the eye of it.
Yeah.
So they'd be going 25. Because they're not they're not with or against the wind. They're like in the eye of the storm.
Sure. Okay.
And if we're going to go with the wind around it, we'd be going a bit more south to keep going west. Do you know what I mean? Like we'd be going like around them this way. Does that make sense?
Sure. I don't really know what you mean, but let's go with it. You seem to have
the eye, and it's like swirling.
Yeah.
And we're trying to go with the wind. We go down around it like that.
Okay. I think that the wind would pull us into the eye, but if you disagree, then we should do it the other way.
So we'd be going towards the ship.
I guess so. So we want to. I'm suggesting that we should go we should try and. Are you there? Hello. Can you hear?
Am I frozen?
No, you're not. No, you're not. Okay. Yeah, I think we should go away from it, and I think that would be against the wind, is what I'm trying to say, I guess.
Okay, so we're trying to get away from the boat, heading back east, away
from the storm, away from the boat, get the F out of all of this stuff.
Okay, so we'd be moving slowly at 15 feet while they're going 25 feet.
I guess. We can go into. Do you want to go into the? You want to go into the wind around the storm?
Towards my goal, yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
That's what I was picturing, anyway.
Okay.
Because if the storm's swirling, then it would make sense.
So I'm finding this interesting, Jill, because I think right now we're pretty clearly having a disagreement in opinion of what we should do, right? So normally we would resolve this somehow with the GM. So like, how do we? I mean, we could just. I was just going to be like, okay, let's do your thing.
The players would talk it out, because the GM would just wait and like smile like this, because it's like, I know what's going to happen to them if they leave the storm, and I also know what's going to happen to them if they go into the storm.
Yeah. But the GM would tell us which way the wind was blowing and you know what I mean?
Yeah, because originally I thought the wind would just be going westward.
Yeah.
Because it was blowing the storm. You told me that it would be in a circle. Right? So then...
I don't know. But
I'm trying to work with you to decide what we're doing.
No, I know. I'm just... yeah, no, I think we should talk about it, though. Because, this is... something that's gonna come up, I think, if people are doing this, right? So it's how do we resolve these nitpicky little differences in how we both understand weather?
Yeah. Well, I was agreeing with you. Like, I changed my mind to say, yes, it is a circular wind, but I'm confused why we're disagreeing now that I've agreed with you that it's a circular thing.
No, I just didn't. Anyway, I don't know. So, which way do you think we should go, and how? Because we can't. Like, it doesn't make sense in my mind. I guess if we're going to be going super slow compared to them, to go that way.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, if we want to go faster, what I was picturing after you mentioned the circular thing was to use the wind as momentum to slingshot ourselves, like past them and then more westward, which was where we were going anyway. So we would be going faster than them by 10 feet.
Yeah.
So we would get away unless they have some kind of magic that they're using that is wind related to catch us.
Sure. Okay. So let's do that.
Okay. So we are 10 feet faster than them.
I rolled a 29.
Blown around. Holy moly. So yeah, you navigate a storm, I would say. I think that is easy to say because if we put it at, what was it?
That's like extra.
Very hard is 25.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're just like, you do that, you do that, you do that. And like the crew is just like working in like this synchronous way that just, and you're just taking control and I'd say we get away from them. I think that
with the 29,
do you think that they? Oh, yeah.
I mean, should we wait a second though? Is this like an opposed check sort of situation? Like, should we roll for them? What if they got 35?
I didn't even consider that.
Because
do you want to roll?
Like, are they chasing us?
That's a question we definitely need to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Are they chasing us? I think it's likely.
Yeah, they're here. I mean, I feel like they're here for us. This is our
like, why else would
story.
they be out here? whether they're protecting what we're heading towards, whether they knew we were going to be here. Like, I do think that they're definitely chasing us. I think it's like a near sure thing that they'd be chasing us.
Okay.
Do you agree?
Yep.
Do you want to roll a D100?
But maybe when we expertly navigate 89.
Oh, it's still a yes. It's still a yes. So they are chasing us.
Okay. So we need to. What about the stats on that boat? Does it say anything about how we can roll to see how far they make it, or?
Well, each turn we'd be getting ahead 10 feet kind of thing. Their ballista has a range of 120 or 480 feet, but it would be at disadvantage.
Are we that close to them?
I'm not sure. Should we ask if we are 480 feet, like within 480 feet
Sure.
to them?
Yeah, sure.
How likely do you think it would be that we are within?
I don't think it's as likely because we were having trouble, like, seeing the ship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So do you want to say unlikely?
What's the next thing up from unlikely?
Very unlikely.
No, I mean in the other direction.
Oh, sorry. 50-50. It's 50-50 and then unlikely, very unlikely, no way, and impossible.
I think it's either 50-50 or unlikely. What do you think?
Let's go with unlikely. I think that's a good one.
Okay.
Do you want to roll? Because I just looked at our numbers. You roll.
Our numbers? Oh,
I just looked at what the results are.
Oh, okay. I got 14.
14. Okay, so that's a yes.
So we're in range.
They are within range.
Okay.
But it's not an extreme yes, so I think they would have disadvantage. I think they're just barely within that range, so they would have disadvantage at firing on us. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay. They get a +6 to hit.
You gonna roll this one?
So my first roll is a 19 + 6.
That would hit?
But it's disadvantage. Oh, and my next one is 15 + 6. And our AC is 12.
What?
Because we're a big boat.
Yeah.
We're this huge boat, right?
Okay, well, let's take some damage.
Can you roll the damage?
What's
3d10?
16.
But, okay, 16 damage. So we have... Our hit points are 50.
Okay. That's not very many hit points. So, I know some adventurers who have more hit points than that. And this is a boat. Oh no. Are you there?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Exactly. Okay, but it's good. Am I a robot? Oh, am I back?
I think you're back.
Did you hear me ask if I was a robot?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. The good thing, though, we're learning a lot of rules about sailing right now. And the good thing is that if we had taken 20 damage, our speed would have been -5.
Well, we're still going faster.
It was only 16 damage, so we're still okay.
Okay.
We're still okay.
Okay. And we were just at the edge of their range, so I think now we're definitely out of their range.
Yes, because we were able to, like, move the whole time, but they took the time to, like, fire.
Does
that work with boats?
No, they can move and fire at the same time. Because it's not...
Yeah, it's like different rules, you would think.
When
it's not like one person...
Exactly. There's people, like, moving the boat, and there's people manning the gun. Yeah.
The thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, I agree, though. I think we're out of their range because we didn't get slowed down, and they got one hit off on us. We know for sure that they're not friendly. It is a 30. So do we want to start winding down and
maybe
try and decide where we're going, or do we want to leave the reveal for where we end up for next time?
Good question. I don't know. My thing that I have isn't until 9:30 now. If that makes.
Oh, okay. We do have a bit more time.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we're sailing. I think. Should we ask if we get out of the storm? Because we're, like, in time. It takes a little bit, but...
Well, why don't we ask, is the storm being created by the ship that's following us? Okay. Because if it is and we are outpacing that boat, then the answer is also yes.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
I think it is, like, at least somewhat likely that they're creating the storm. Do you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you want to roll for it?
100?
D100? Yeah,
okay.
D100.
10.
A 10. Oh, it's an extreme yes that they're controlling it. So I think what that means, when it's extreme, it means it's like, yes, they're controlling it, and, it's like, it's bigger than that.
Ooh.
Okay, so what's bigger than just, yes, they're controlling it? They're controlling it, and maybe they own this area. Like, maybe this is, not only are they controlling that, but maybe they have, like, power within this area.
We're treading on their territory kind of thing?
Yeah, like, maybe maybe they control more than just that storm.
They could control the water and the creatures in the area.
Yeah, like, they're, like, the rulers of this area. And
Yikes.
We're, like, kind of in bigger trouble than we thought we were.
Yeah.
Really.
Oh my gosh.
So maybe we aren't out of the storm, and maybe now the water is starting to get a bit rockier, a bit like rock as in like
like rocking the boat.
Not like a rock, but like a rockier.
Yeah.
And yeah, like the storm's even like they're noticing we're pulling ahead, and they're getting like kind of mad about it.
Do we need to like white flag this situation, because we do not pose any threat here? We are just looking for your lover,
right? Okay,
who
so
is
maybe we surrender.
Probably the captain of this ship. I'm just saying.
I would be so mad.
Okay. I'd be like, you shot a ballista at me.
I got a splinter from it. Okay, so we're surrendering. I like that. I think we would. I think we're like...
There's no way. The water starts to go, and it's like, we can't get out of this storm. They're controlling it.
Yeah, we're getting that sense of, like, something's wrong. We've never had seas like this, like this, and maybe even the water starts pulling us back towards them.
Yeah.
Like if they're not only controlling the storm, but maybe they're like pulling us.
Yeah. So we need to do the white flag thing. Like you can put it up, right?
Okay, so I take out like my bedroll, which is like a nice clean white. I keep it relatively clean.
It will look white from that distance.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's white enough. It's white enough.
No, we can we probably have a white flag that we can raise up, don't we? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't kill us, don't kill us, don't kill us. Okay. So, we white flag.
Okay.
They see the white flag.
What do they do?
I mean, I think they would accept it.
Well, at the very least, they'll, come and board us, and they're not going to, like, just destroy the ship because that's a valuable asset that they could potentially plunder from us. If they choose.
Like, if they didn't care about us or the ship, they would have either ignored us or, like there's something they want, I think. That would make the most sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So they approach, they pull up, and I think they do like the grappling hook thing and like tether us together a bit and like put the plank over, like that whole thing.
Yep. They board us.
Yeah, they board us. And I think we'd be like kind of protecting our crew because I don't think our crew have powers like we do.
They'd be below deck. We'd put everybody below. Maybe? Is that a good idea?
I think so, yeah. I think we would have been like, you guys hide below deck, like, get ready to hop in the boat, the getaway boats.
The dinghy,
The dinghy, like, get ready, get close to the dinghy, like, hop in there. If things go awry, you just get in there and you go. Because I think the storm, like, we're in the eye of the storm now.
Or did they keep the storm going while they were...
Oh, yeah, they might have dropped it. I feel like they wouldn't need to worry about us getting away because they've got us all hitched and stuff. So, yeah, maybe they dropped the storm.
It's easier to walk across that way. They don't want anybody falling
the storm
in. Yeah.
Dissipates. The water calms. Maybe the water goes, like, eerily calm for an ocean.
Yeah, it's super like glass.
Like
Yeah.
It's, like, completely flat. Oh, that's
this
creepy.
Is creepy as hell.
Yeah. We're just like building this creepy factor. Who are they? Let's find out who they are.
Okay. Oh, yeah, we had a method. Remember, we kind of did this last week too, where we like asked who was in the cabin.
Yeah, it was.
So it's like, do we know them? Do we know them? And then from that, we picked randomly from our list of connections because we have certain connections. So we've got Sadia. It could be my wife. It could be Dreali, Jill's lost lover. It could be Richard, our adventurer friend. It could be that same deep gnome, or it could be the demon that I saw one time. If we know them, that's who it could be.
Okay,
How do we do it?
Ask. So we ask. First of all, we ask if we know them.
Yeah. And how likely is it?
Know them?
Yeah. 50.
I almost feel it'd be unlikely just because.
Yeah, but this is where your lost lover was last seen.
That's true. Okay, we'll do 50-50.
Yeah.
We're at 6. Okay, you roll for it. D100.
53.
That's a yes. We recognize at least one person on this ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
So who is it?
So let's roll on the NPC list. How many NPCs do we have here?
5.
5. So we'll roll a D6 and re-roll if it's a 6.
Okay. It's equally likely to be any of these people, I guess. Let's do it. Oh,
yeah, that's a good point.
I think for now we should just... Because I don't have a better idea.
I think that is a very valid point, though. Like, maybe we should... I guess we'll see what the roll is. I'm not sure either. There's got to be a better way to do it. But
for now, we'll just have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you gonna roll?
Do you want to roll?
Oh, I can roll. I can roll, sure. A D6.
Yeah.
It's a 6. I'll roll again. Or do you want to roll?
That happened the last time too, didn't it? I can't remember.
Maybe.
I might have just lied. Okay, I'll roll this.
Oh, I just rolled another 6.
Okay, it's fate. I'll roll 5.
It's the demon. Oh no.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my god, the demon's here. Can you see him?
I can.
Hey,
He's like, I just wanted pets.
Oh my god. So we need to figure out who this demon is now. So we're going to be fleshing out this NPC.
So do we want to... Maybe
God.
tonight we can create this NPC and then leave it at that and start it up next time.
Okay.
So...
this isn't good.
It's probably not good.
What was it that you had done with this demon before?
I just saw it. Let me read what I literally wrote down, saw a demon. Okay, did you hear me? You didn't hear me? Okay. All I wrote down was literally saw a demon. I just saw a demon. That's all that we know currently. So anything, we can elaborate on that if we want to, but the only thing that I wrote down was I saw a demon.
Okay.
And I think I think we said like I kind of saw it and then ran away. So we don't know for sure if it saw me or not. We can decide that. But I definitely saw it and I'm recognizing it right now.
Recognize it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So I don't know. Like I'm just like
I can be like, that's
that
demon that I saw.
Oh, shit.
Remember how I told you about that demon?
I would definitely be like
demon. Yeah.
Like terrified.
Frig.
What do we do?
Has he been following me? What a creep.
Let's ask. I mean, judging by what just happened, I think it's very likely that he's been following you.
Yeah, because it's the same random. Like how often are you going to run into the same demon out in the open ocean? The one demon that you saw before.
Exactly. I think very likely. So do you want to...
Is that D100?
Roll.
I'm waiting for you to turn back into Jill.
Okay.
Jill, there you are. Okay. 58.
Yes, he's been following you.
Ew.
Mm-hmm.
Is his name...
God, okay, so why... Okay, we probably don't know why yet.
No. But didn't we have a way to flesh out an NPC?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
So I've got here the Universal NPC Emulator.
Does this work if he's not an NPC and he's actually, like, against us? An enemy?
I mean, I think we'll put the spin on it for him being, like...
Yes.
Evil. So instead of...
So even if he is evil, we're going to convince him to be our friend and help us out. Because we're
I love
awesome
it. Okay. Let's roll a D100 and then another D100.
Okie doke. The first D100 is 21.
Okay, so inept is the first word.
30 is the other one.
What the heck? It says inept vicar.
What does vicar mean?
So a vicar is a religious figure.
Oh.
So
okay, so
maybe
is he like a
kind of
anti-vicar?
Yeah, so it's like the opposite of... So maybe he's like kind of part of an organization of some kind.
Yeah. Part of like a religion? A religion?
Like an evil one? Like, yeah, an evil religion of some kind, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, what about the power level? I don't think we need to roll on that. I think he's either comparable, slightly stronger, or much stronger than us. Yes. I don't think he would be slightly weaker or much weaker.
I don't think he's comparable to us probably either. Like, it's a demon. It's a demon.
Stronger for sure.
We are level 2.
Stronger for sure.
We are. Here's a little blurb on vicar. A vicar is a representative, deputy, or substitute, anyone acting in the person of or agent for a superior. So we can use that so that if we want to, like, I mean, it's a demon, so he's obviously serving some kind of bigger demon or whatever. But he's not very good at it, apparently, because he's inept.
Yeah. So does that mean he's, like, going against... Okay, here's the next thing we have to do. We have to find out his motivation.
Okay. Yep.
So do you want to roll another 2 D100s?
Okay. So 66, appropriate.
Oh, that is appropriate. Persecute.
I don't like that.
I know, roll another one.
42.
Discretion.
Okay.
Discretion. Persecute, and the 2 words, persecute and discretion. Oh, what if he's, like, not supposed to be going after you right now? And that's what makes him inept. Like, it's him following his higher ups. He's not supposed to be doing this right now.
This is on the down low.
But he is, like, determined to get you. And, like, can we look up the exact definition of persecute? Like, I know what it means, but, like, I want to know, like, specifically what we can use from that.
Subject someone to hostility and ill treatment, especially because of their race or political or religious beliefs. That's interesting.
Okay.
Harass or annoy someone persistently is another alternate meaning.
So he's after you to cause you
agony. I don't think it makes sense for it to be because of my race or political or religious beliefs, because he doesn't know me. As far as I know, I guess, but...
Does he know you, though?
How would he know me?
Can we ask that? Does he, know you?
Sure. Let's ask. I guess we need to know.
Okay, do we want to do 50-50?
Sure.
Okay. Do you want to roll for it?
Okay. 88.
Okay. No, he doesn't. He doesn't know you.
Why is he chasing me?
Like, he clearly knows of you. I meant it like,
like really detailed knowledge. Yeah.
He doesn't know you. He clearly knows of you. But yeah, why is he after you?
You creepy demon man. I'm assuming he's a man. I don't.
Does my lover have anything to do with this?
Good question. That's a yes or no question.
I think
but wait a second.
I want to...
How would we know that right now?
No, yeah, you're right. We don't know that. You're right. We don't need to ask that right now.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's get back in the scene, I suppose.
Okay.
Or maybe we should make this a new scene, because we're kind of like...
Right.
Now the scene has changed, and we are trying to...
Surrender peacefully. We're trying to surrender peacefully and explain why we're here.
Okay, perfect. That's our scene. I think that last scene was so chaotic that our chaos rank would go up to 7.
I agree. How does it come down?
Okay.
How
we need to roll.
How does the chaos factor go down?
If we were in control of the scene. Like, if we were like, that went exactly how we planned it. And like, or even if it went different than we planned it, but then we got it back under control.
Like, in the first session, we did that because we did really well on everything.
We did, yeah.
But this time we got shot at and stormed.
Yeah. The higher it goes, the harder it is to get back down. So we're on a slippery slope right now, going up to 7.
Yeah.
So now we need to roll to see if we have an altered or interrupted scene. This might save us, but it could also make things worse. We'll see.
Sure.
Do you want to roll a d10?
Okay.
So 7 or lower?
It's a 9.
Oh, so that means it's the same. So
we are trying to surrender and explain why we're here.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay. So...
Okay, so...
Do you have good charisma?
I do have good charisma. I have really good charisma.
Can I help you?
So I'm gonna use my persuasion.
I'll guide you for sure.
Okay.
But can't I assist the way that you've been assisting me?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna say like, whoa. Okay. We surrender. We're not sure what we did to offend you. We are looking for someone very important.
We're not here for any nefarious reasons.
And we're not here for, what she said. We're here to just, peacefully, we're looking for someone. We got this map, and maybe I'll even like kind of show the map.
Ooh, okay.
That might have been a bad decision, but I've just done it.
Okay.
So I'm going to say that was enough to at least roll to see. So how hard do you think it is to make them not kill us? Or not like to make them
go.
like take it or to let us go. How hard do you think it would be to just kind of be like, oh, okay. I think that's near impossible because there's a reason they got us.
Yeah, I think it's so what's like it's medium hard.
So if we roll 30, I don't know if it's possible, but if we roll a 30, I think that would mean that they just let us go and we're okay. Very hard, I think, would be it's 25, and I think that result would be like
we'll escort you or something.
Oh, that is so good. Yes, keeping an eye on us but allowing us to continue. Hard, I think, would be not like if we get 20 or above in that window, maybe they're like, well, I'm going to stick with you on your ship. Or like you're coming on our ship. Your crew can go, but you're coming with us.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll like maybe continue. We'll treat you well. And lower, we'll just decide if it happens.
Okay.
Does that sound?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna roll.
So I've guided you, and how do you do the assist thing? Like, do I just...
You did assist. So you chipped into the conversation, and I
don't need to roll?
Like helping. Like I would roll twice. So I get advantage because you helped me.
Right. I don't need to roll 10 or higher to give you the advantage, though.
No.
Okay. So then also add a d4, don't forget.
I'll do my d4 first.
Okay.
It's a 4.
Yay!
It's a 4. Okay.
Now.
Okay, my first roll is a natural 20. I'm not kidding. We rolled a 30. We rolled a 30.
What? Oh man,
It's a 26. Okay, look.
I'm so sorry for anybody listening. I just screamed super loud. That's amazing.
Can you see that? And then I got the 4. I rolled the 4 first. You got. Oh wait, I can show you the 4 too.
I'm actually kind of sad now because I wanted to see what's up with this.
Because they let us get away and let us continue
doesn't mean we won't see them again.
Yeah.
And then they won't be like creepily following us this whole time.
Right.
Oh.
Like, we don't know what they're doing behind the scenes. All we know is that they're telling us right now. I rolled a frigging 30. They're telling us right now, like, okay, but things that they gained. They saw the map.
Yeah.
They know exactly where we're going.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they want us to do.
Yes.
So they're letting us go. We feel like I feel like we were just the luckiest people ever.
That was awesome. I can't believe they just let us go. Why would
But why, right?
No, because you were super convincing.
I was super
You
convincing,
started to tear up about your lover. And I mean, I think probably there's something else like that we don't know. From our perspective, it was like, oh, sweet. Like, good job, Jill. But there's
that was really good. Have you been taking acting lessons I don't know about?
Yeah.
Holy moly. I'm like sweating.
I know, it's really warm today.
It is warm. Okay, so that I think would lower our chaos rank back to 6.
Oh, yeah.
Because we were super in control. We get our ship freed, the storm is gone, and we're back on track towards our goal.
Yeah.
Area that we don't even know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So next time we play, we will find out what is at our location. We might find out more about this
other ship.
Oh, we have to update our threads, actually. So with Mythic GM Emulator, you have a list of threads. And at the end of every scene, you're supposed to update it with any new NPCs, any changed or closed threads that show up. So I think our new thread is get to the X on the map, so that remains as a thread.
You have Find Jill's Lost Lover already there. So is that a separate...
Yeah, I think it's separate because sure, the map is showing us there and we think that that's what that is, but the Deep Gnome could have been lying.
Sure.
We don't necessarily know if he's there or if he's alive or if he's... Like, we don't know anything about that, but I think getting to the X is our current smaller thread.
Okay. And learning more about this demon and why he's following me?
Yeah. And those are our new threads.
Okay. Interesting. I'm gonna make this a bulleted list. If that's okay with you, Jill.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Boink. Alright. Sweet. That was interesting again.
Like, yeah, that demon. I have no idea what that's gonna be.
I kind of like about this. There's a lot of dice rolling in just like figuring out what's happening, so it doesn't feel anticlimactic to not really have a lot of like combat in a session. Like if you think about it, we didn't really have combat this time or last time, but it doesn't feel like just a RP session. It feels exciting like it does when you're rolling dice in combat.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
That's
and
cool.
When we rolled on that random table to see what kind of ocean encounter showed up, most of that was monsters. Like a lot of that was monsters. You happened to roll, what was it, a 98?
Yeah.
So it's like there were a lot of options that weren't
another ship. No, it's not likely to come across another ship unless they're following you. Yeah.
And it's a demon on board.
Oh my god, a demon boat.
Oh, we didn't even ask him like who he is or anything. We just kind of like word vomited on him.
Well, because the thing is that would have ruined it a little bit, I think. We were trying to get a particular outcome to that conversation, and we don't feel like there's hostility here. So we don't want to be like, by the way, what's your name? Can I have your number?
Right.
Like, no, he's not.
It could have, if it had gone any differently, like we probably would have learned more about him in that moment. Yeah. But it's just, I can't believe I rolled a 30.
That's
How do you roll a
amazing.
30 at level 2?
I know, it's so crazy.
We did decide on the outcome before we did it, which was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Awesome.
Holy moly.
Although, I think if we had rolled first...
we would have...
I want the demon's number. I know. Yeah. Me too. I should have asked. I should have just like,
next time.
You know, just like as we're leaving, like just like slide him a little piece of paper with my number on it. But it's like obviously he already has it, so
yeah.
He got it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Holy moly. Okay. Wow. Oh. Thank you for playing with me today, Kate. This was really fun.
I enjoyed it as well. Ooh, how much XP did we get from that?
Okay.
Are we leveling?
I think we might need to choose what the demon is to know, like how much XP we would get from an encounter with them.
Because we kind of defeated it.
Yeah, we defeated it with words.
According to the rules, according to the rules that I know and love, you you get the XP for something if you escape from it. You don't have to kill it.
Yeah.
Root has some spoopy emojis for us in the chat. But yeah, do you have your monster manual?
I can look it up on.
Do you have monster manual on D&D Beyond? Yeah.
Yeah, I have access to everything.
That means I do too. Oh no, Jill. You're so robot-y.
Okay, let's see. Sources. Monster manual. Oh, am I robot-y?
No, you're good. No, you're not. You're just like temporarily robot-y.
Did you hear?
Periodically robot-y.
Here and there. Okay, I'm clicking on demons because we decided it's a demon.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So there's demons and then there's demon lords.
This is not a demon lord.
He's a demon because he is lower.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, because he's lower. So there might be a demon lord that has your number as well, but we only know about the demon.
Yes.
So, here are the names of them. They're spawned in the infinite layers of the abyss, the embodiment of chaos and evil, engines of destruction barely contained in monstrous form. Possessing no compassion, empathy, or mercy, they exist only to destroy. So we've got our spawn of chaos. Oh wait, that's not the name of it. I'm sorry. Let me take that back. Demon lords.
These are
not what we want.
This is just like a general description of the demon.
Yeah, demons by type. So, okay, here we go. So the Baylor.
Yeah.
The Barlgura. The Chasmi. The Dretch. Oh, it would be really boring if it was just a Dretch.
Should we roll for this?
Ooh, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Should I roll a d20 and just roll until we get 14 or less?
Yep. If it's a Dretch, we need to re-roll because a Dretch definitely doesn't make sense.
Okay, I just got 19 and then 15, 4. Is it Dretch? Oh my god, fourth one down is Dretch. I'll re-roll. 15. I just rolled another.
Did you get 4 again?
12. Is that the last
Dretches
one?
are among... Oh, okay.
Is 12 the last one? How many did I say?
Okay, let's see.
Or was it 13? No, it was 14.
1, 2,
Couldn't have been 12. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Is it a shadow demon?
Yes. Ooh. When a demon's body is destroyed, but the fiend is prevented from reforming in the abyss, its essence sometimes takes on a vague physical form. These shadow demons exist outside the normal abyssal hierarchy, since their creation results most often from mortal magic, not from transformation or promotion. Shadow demons all but disappear in the darkness. They can creep about without making a sound. A shadow demon uses its insubstantial claws to feast on its victim's fears, to taste its memories and drink in its doubts. Bright light harries this fiend and shows its distinct shape, resolving it from a blur of darkness to a winged humanoid creature whose lower body trails off into nothing and whose claws rend a victim's mind. A shadow demon doesn't require air, food, drink, or sleep. Scary.
Maybe there were Dretches on the boat too, because you did roll 2 Dretches. Maybe they were like helping, because they're like the little weakling demons.
Yeah, maybe. Neil asked.
There's just a couple of them hanging around.
Neil asked if someone casts sleep, and I'm not sure why.
Is it because of this little fella right here?
The kitty.
So I'm gonna tell you just one little story about that little kitty right here. So he is on a weight loss journey, doing really well, but I bought this little cat bed almost as a joke because I felt like it was too small for him, and he loves getting in little things. Like he loves getting in boxes and little like things that are too small. Like he prefers those over something big enough for whatever reason. So it was like a little bit of a joke, but I also knew he'd like it, so I got him this tiny little bed. But he fits in it now. Like, look at this.
What a good boy.
I mean, he's hanging out of it a little bit, but
Fish does like, that too.
Super happy.
I have this box for like this paint by number that I bought. So it's like a long, thin box, and the opening is probably like this big. And yesterday he tried to shove his head in there, like it doesn't fit. He's like, oh, can't get in there.
I'll make it fit.
All right. So I think we should call it a night. That was exciting. We've got our shadow demon. I'm going to write that down, that he's a shadow demon.
Yeah.
And that's scary as
Holy
hell.
Moly. And we have a boat. And we're out in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
We just survived a storm.
And
a demon attack with a 30.
Your long lost lover is probably not up to anything nefarious. At all.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. We're going to find out, though.
All right. The inept vicar shadow demon who is discreetly persecuting me.
Well, that actually kind of makes sense. So, like, him letting us go right now kind of matches with that discreetness.
Also, he kind of like, it's all about the chase. You know?
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I caught. It's like, okay, well, let's see if I can catch you again. Yeah.
All right. So, how much experience did we get? So, we decided it's a shadow demon.
How much? That was the whole purpose. Robot Jill.
That's like giving ourselves tons of experience. But this is why it's fun to have no GM. We're going to be level 3 probably from this.
Well, how much was it? Sorry, you turned into Devil Jill.
5? Oh,
I'll show you, Devil Jill.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
550 each.
Okay.
For the demon.
And are we saying that we had 300? Like, did we just made it to level 2?
We'll just say we just made it to level 2.
Okay.
So we're adding 550 for the demon each, because it's 1,100 total. So we get 550 each.
Okay.
The storm. How much do you think a storm would be worth? And like sailing a ship and stuff.
200?
Okay,
Each?
I like it.
Or separate? Each or divided?
Yep.
Which one?
Up to you.
No, I came up with 200.
I think we both contributed, so I think it would be fair for us both to get 200.
Well, either that or we both get 100. I meant like split it. But yeah, okay. We both get 200. Okay. I get it.
I was just about to write 100.
So is there a way to add XP? Oh, I'm using milestone advancement. Well, we'll just keep track. I'll just keep track. I'll just keep track of mine.
Yeah, so what experience do we need to get to level 3?
I don't know off the top of my head. Maybe. That sounds right.
Okay, let's see. Leveling. D&D 5e. Oh, that's not the right chart at all.
It's
are
9
none of these charts
It's 900. It's 900.
Okay, good. I did a quick image search and none of them were the right thing. So did we get 2 or 100?
2
in the end.
So we got 750 each, right?
Yeah. So we leveled a 3.
We beat a demon.
We did beat a demon with eloquence.
Yes, and we really steered that boat super good.
You got a 29. I think we deserve that level 3.
Yeah. What happens?
Because we're the GM, so.
So
awesome.
nice.
Okay, I have to choose my college.
What are you gonna pick?
I don't know. I might have to study that and announce that
Later.
next time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching our GM-less D&D game where that completely did not go at all the way I was expecting.
It's really interesting so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, low Kiwi thinks you should do College of Lore. I wonder why.
I'll think about it.
No.
I wanna do whatever.
and
real life thing you would do.
We're already going to have a College of Lore Bard on the channel because that's what Namalesa's doing in the Esther C campaign, so.
Yeah. And I mean, like, if I feel College of Lore matches my personality best, I will choose it, but like I'm gonna read them all carefully and try and see like what would match my personality most.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad
College of Whispers.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Root. We're having fun with this. It's weird and it's a different way to play.
Yeah.
And it's a different experience than normal D&D or normal role playing, but I am finding it surprisingly enjoyable. You've been excited to do this and I've been excited to try it, but I think I've been like pessimistic about it, or like not. I mean, I'm just like, how good could this be? But it's really fun. I like it.
Yeah, and I think like the more we do it, the more we're gonna learn how to make it better and learn, you know.
I think it'll be more smooth and fast because we'll just sort of like have these back pocket like solutions to the issues that we're facing, and we'll just like know how to deal with whatever scenario. So
yeah, and maybe next time we'll actually do some combat.
Maybe we don't need to do combat,
but maybe not.
Yeah,
so we'll see.
Cool. All right. Well, yes. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. We will see you next Tuesday as well for our normal stream, but also on Monday it is session 2 of our Esther C campaign. So please tune in on Monday night next week for that. And
I'm so excited.
Yeah,
I'm so
too.
excited. I'm nervous, but I'm excited. That's like the general DM sensation I get is like super excited. Also nervous, but super excited.
Yeah. But it's going to be amazing. I know. Yeah. I know it will be.
Yeah, you guys rock. I got some awesome players. So
yes.
They're gonna carry me.
It's a collaborative effort.
It is. Collaborative storytelling.
Except Love for you to like way more work in advance. We just show up.
And do a great job.
All right,
friends. We will see you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Take care.
Yes, take care.
Bye.